He is the son, grandson, and great grandson of former prime ministers who ruled India for over 5 decades. And now he is claiming to be a victim of the political persecution unleashed by the present government. Gandhi's scion is claiming his conviction by the judiciary of political hunting by the ruling government that has no role whatsoever in the criminal defamation case on Mr. Gandhi. It's Rahul Gandhi, the heir of once the most powerful political family in India. The lower house of the parliament ruled him ineligible to continue sitting as the member of parliament a day after his conviction in the defamation case. His persecution and conviction stemmed from a remark he made during the 2019 election campaign.
इन सब के नाम, इन सब चोरों के नाम मोदी 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 कैसे हैं? नीरव मोदी, ललित मोदी, नरेंद्र मोदी.
In which Mr. Gandhi had asked why all thieves have Modi as their common surname. His comments were seen as a slur against the Prime Minister, who later went on to win the elections in a landslide victory. Rahul Gandhi is the leading face of the Congress, once the dominant force of Indian politics, but now mere a shadow of its former self. He is the scion of India's most famous and powerful political dynasty, beginning with the first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. But since 2014, he and his political party has been struggling to challenge the electoral juggernaut of Modi's Bharatiya Janata Party and its nationalist appeal to the country's Hindu majority. Some call his conviction by the court and few other events that targeted the Indian left-oriented media houses the emasculation of democratic institution by the ruling party, which definitely it is, but it's a legacy inherited by the present government from its predecessors, mostly the Gandhi-run Congress itself. Free speech is a tricky business for opposition and media alike. No matter how enlightened the political leaders of a society, they inevitably convince themselves that now freedom of speech has gone too far. No wonder that the first amendment made to the Indian Constitution was with regard to the freedom of speech. Rahul Gandhi's great-grandfather and India's first Prime Minister Nehru amended the Indian Constitution to stifle the freedom of speech in the newly independent Republic of India by claiming that the First Amendment was necessitated by the vulgarity, indecency and falsehood that the press was supposedly indulging in. In his views, it was therefore necessary to empower the state to crack down on newspapers. This was the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru for you, the champion of free speech in India. Ironically, the plea for the change came from the very makers of the Constitution, who had ratified it merely 16 months back. Tabled by the Jawaharlal Nehru, the proposal sought to put restrictions on the clauses guaranteeing freedom of speech to all citizens on the grounds that it was restricting social change. Later, Mr. Nehru imposed the present rule in the state of Kerala and dismissed the first elected communist government of the state of Kerala because his Congress party lost that election. Mr. Rahul Gandhi's grandmother literally stuffed Indian Supreme Court with her favorite judges and further went on to impose national emergency in India and hunted down media houses and politicians. It was the darkest chapter in Indian political history. And his father, Rajiv Gandhi, oversaw the worst massacre of Sikh in national capital of Delhi to avenge the assassination of his mother, Indira Gandhi. And now Gandhi's scion is claiming his conviction by the judiciary, a similarly styled political hunting by the ruling government that has no role whatsoever in criminal defamation case on Mr. Gandhi.